tackling, we also, we had some fun, and it
It
was
was
good
fun.
seeing our colleagues from the other. I had no idea that Tony Katz. Okay, Tony Katz is, he has his own, the Tony Katz show,
Yes,
right,
yes.
on WIBC,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
And I had no idea that he smoked cigars.
Oh, you didn't know, huh?
No,
Yeah, yeah, he enjoys him. He
I
enjoys
know,
him
I know.
on a regular.
I know. I know. He had, and they were very interesting looking. I mean, I guess people look at cigars, but he had them, and they're not the, what do you call it, Tiparillos or whatever. I don't
Right, I don't know
see how
what
much I know about
I
cigars.
I know
They're
nothing
they're
about
not
them.
that they didn't look like the kind you'd find in the, I guess, where I hang out at the convenience stores, or
No, probably not,
gas
no.
stations or what have you. I'm sure probably has his own collection humidor somewhere and all that good stuff.
I think they're high end. I
Yeah.
think he does have a connection
Oh,
somewhere.
really?
I
There
think
are
so.
people that custom make those
That's
for
very
other.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I've heard they say Cuban cigars are the
Uh-huh.
best. I don't know if that's true. I never.
I went to a couple of years ago a 65th birthday party for a friend,
Mhm.
and one of the gifts his son gave him was a cigar bar.
Really?
Yeah,
Cigar bar.
it was at the event, the birthday party was at this event center or
Mhm.
whatever. And
Mm.
so, you had food in one room, and the people can dance in another. It's really nice party,
Right.
as parties go
Right.
at event places like that. And then there was a room set aside, and it was set up beautifully, and it was a cigar bar.
Hmm.
And that was his gift to his dad,
Oh,
well, his son's gift. One of the, yeah, the son gave, the wife gave something, the son gave the cigar bar, and then they all had
wow.
different things that they contributed to the
Mhm.
party.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I did learn a little bit. I'd never seen that at a party before, where you have
Wow.
an area designated as a cigar
As a
bar.
cigar bar.
Hmm.
I know I never have. I've never.
I've been to a potato bar, a party with a
Have you really?
potato.
A potato bar?
Yeah, yeah, a potato bar, any kind of,
Really?
all the fixins, as they say.
Were there sweet potatoes and regular potatoes or
Yep,
just,
yep.
potato
Taters,
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 tater
yep.
tots and all that?
I didn't see any tater tots, but any kind of combination that you could possibly think of, and some that you probably would have never thought of,
Wow.
was available for you to top your potato
I
with.
never
Yeah, it's potato bar, taco bar, fajita bar.
fajita bar,
Yeah,
I'm familiar with
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
purchased one of those for a party.
Did you?
Uh-huh, uh-huh. It was very, very simple, and it goes a long way, and you don't have to worry about cooking a whole lot of different
Mm.
things. So
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
plus I I had a broken arm at the time, so I
Oh,
couldn't
oh,
cook.
oh,
And I think it was a Super Bowl party. I can't remember, but anyway,
wow. But
you
fun
you
was
can
had
yeah,
anyway.
you just cater it. Have it catered, a fajita bar, and
Mhm.
they set it up, and hey, it looks like you worked real hard.
Well, hey, that's
Except
great.
that I was in a,
Keep that
kind of
in
a
mind.
cast and stuff, but yeah, yeah, so there's all, you can, I guess you can create any kind of a bar. My great niece, who graduated back in June,
Hmm.
down in Southern Indiana, she wanted a pasta bar.
A pasta bar.
For her
Okay, okay.
graduation, her open house, and that was at an event center as well. And so her family, her parents and
Mhm.
aunts and uncles and all. Well, I'm an aunt, but I'm a great aunt, so we don't have to do that. They were all back there, and it was a beautiful thing. It was really neat, and
That's nice.
different pastas and different toppings and sauces and stuff for the pasta. And she came up with that herself. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing either, but
It may be.
yeah, she said, "I want a pasta bar."
Sounds pretty
Yeah.
tasty, and I
Yeah.
love pasta.
Yeah.
I really love
Yeah.
pasta.
I went to another open house graduation, and they had a taco bar there. It was at a barn out in the country, and it was really neat. And they had converted part of the barn, which was also storage for some vintage cars and stuff.
Mhm.
And then downstairs, they had converted it into a taco bar for
Taco bar.
the open house. Yeah.
That's creative. That creativity
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
outstanding, I
Yeah.
think.
So much for cigars. We've got way off, way off of cigars. But you know what? And I just saw Tony a few minutes ago. He waved at me,
Oh,
and yeah,
okay.
he's upstairs. And we waved at each other, and I'm like, yeah, cigars. Now I see it. I see it.
Mhm,
Cigars
mhm,
fit him.
mhm. Oh, they do. They
Mhm.
certainly do. He's a
Yeah.
cigar guy.
You know what I haven't seen in forever? I think the last time I saw it was on TV on an episode of Good Times. Somebody that smoked a pipe.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen one of those in,
Pipe.
wow,
Yeah.
been a long time.
Well, they used to have it on the old westerns, the peace pipe.
The peace pipe, yeah, the peace pipe and all. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the peace pipe.
And those
whatever was
pipes,
in it.
they were handmade pipes. I guess I
Yes.
remember seeing as a kid, people would have. It's like specially made pipe for that, whatever they smoked in their pipe.
But I was gonna say whatever because we know
Yeah.
now that we got older, everything in that pipe wasn't
Wasn't
coated. Yeah,
what you
no,
thought it was.
no, some of that stuff. But I remember my mother's aunt, or was it her great aunt, which would have been my great great aunt. Anyway, Aunt Lee. I remember her, Leola. Her name was Leola. But anyway, she was a beautiful woman, and on my like I said, my mother's aunt, and she looked native to me, Native American. And I have to ask my dad. I never did ask my mother, but I guess she was. But anyway, she smoked a pipe.
Did she really?
Yeah, she smoked a pipe.
Really?
Every day, all day, Aunt Lee smoked a pipe.
Huh.
And I was really curious about it. I said, Aunt Lee, what is it? And she said, well, come here, baby. And so I used to get to climb up on her lap, and I used to get to light.
You got to light it.
She had this thing, this heavy steel thing that she pushed the tobacco down in. And then she'd let me light it.
Wow.
And then she'd puff it until it smoked, and then she'd smoke her pipe. She smoked a pipe all the time.
She smoked a pipe.
But one of the things, like I said, I noticed it, and I had never really noticed it in all these years of watching and not watching Good Times, that the father, James Evans, the one, John Amos, who played James Evans, he smoked a pipe. And there were some scenes in which there were a few scenes that he had the pipe in his mouth.
I didn't know
but
that. I don't think
more scenes where the pipe was just in his pocket.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got to go back and look at a couple of the seasons 1 through 3, because it's not, he was out after 3.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
a lot in season 1 in his
I've never-
pocket, and a lot of the scenes that he was in, he had a pipe
Never knew
in his
that.
pocket.
And that's something you don't see much.
No.
Of course, a lot of the no smoking in buildings and on planes. So you don't see people smoking much.
Yeah.
And there are some people that we work with and smoking, that's their thing, that I was surprised they smoked, because you don't smell smoke, but I've seen them outside smoking. I thought, wow. I mean, I don't know why that would just spark me as a surprise, but and that's not saying it's a terrible thing, but I was just surprised they smoked. I had no idea. Because normally, it seems in the past you could smell the smoke. If a person smoked, or you get into their car, they smoke.
Yeah.
You could tell. Cigar, whatever, cigarettes. Whatever.
Anybody still smoke a pipe? If anybody still smokes a pipe,
Yeah.
call in and let us know.
Yeah, if you smoke a
If you
pipe.
smoke a pipe, and I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, and I hope that this is a real memory, but I think Aunt Lee, her tobacco was cherry
Cherry, yeah.
smelling or cherry flavored, but I seem to remember cherry, cherry smell. Yeah, that was my thing. And I used to sneak off a lot because I knew she'd let me light her pipe. I did.
That's something.
I'd sneak off from the house and everything.
So you could light her pipe.
So I could run over to Aunt Lee's and light her pipe.
Wow.
And she'd just sit there. Yeah, like I said, a small, slight lady, had really, hair almost down to her back. She'd curl it up and was never without a pipe in her mouth.
That's something.
Pipe all the time, smoking
Had
a
a
pipe.
pipe. Wow.
Yeah.
You don't see that
much
much at all.
Yeah, I'd like to know give us a call, 317-480-1310. I would like to, seriously, I'd like to know if either you smoke a pipe or you know of anybody that still smokes a pipe. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, smoking a pipe. in
But
2026.
in 2026. So anyway, we were able to raise some money. I don't have a figure for you.
Oh, yes.
But because those numbers are still being calculated. But needless to say, we ended the day well on our way to our goal,
yes. That's
which
what I
is
understand.
$500,000.
Yes, on our way. And you can
Well
still
on our way.
donate if you'd like to
Yes.
on our website.
Yes.
PraiseIndy.com, Help in the Heartland banner.
Mhm.
Central Indiana Flood Relief. You'll see it there. Click on that. You can donate there. It's safe and secure. Going to all of those in need here in Central Indiana. The money stays here too, Tina. And our
Stays
friends over at Fox 59, CBS 4, Kroger, and of course the Red Cross, all a big part of it. So,
Mhm. Red Cross was just outstanding yesterday.
though they were, weren't they?
They were a delight.
They
Yeah,
were.
those two ladies. And, when you see people working with a smile on their face,
Mm.
it's like, wow, okay.
They enjoy what they do.
They're enjoying what they do. They absolutely were. And so, as we were saying, today is Thursday, August 27th, 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310 is the number to the show. You can give us a call. The lines are open, and they are going to be open throughout the show today. I was saying earlier that, we got to kind of get in our open lines time.
That's true.
Where we can, because tomorrow we have guests in the studio, so we won't be able to do our traditional open lines and weekend reviews. So we'll slide it in, and today will be mostly open lines and weekend review. Coming up, though, a little later on the show, when I say mostly, our regular Thursday sports segment with Danny Bridges.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
From the Indianapolis Recorder. That's coming up in our second hour. Also today, another chance to win a pair of tickets to the Universal Circus coming to town September 17th through the 27th at the Lafayette Square Mall on the city's northwest side. So please stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for your chance to win some time. Win sometime today. Today, sometime during the show today. So there we have it. So Eric, can you give us a weather report?
Weather.
Yes,
Let me get the weather for you. Let me bring up my, no, it's not mine. It's actually James.
Okay.
James had this long before I was here.
Okay.
The weather bed currently, as we came out there, was 79 at the airport here near downtown. Pretty comfortable day today. Lots of sun for the most part. Some clouds passing through. Otherwise, reach a high of about 82 later this afternoon. And again, tomorrow, nothing but sun. Looks like no clouds tomorrow.
I love it.
Then on Saturday, sunny 85. Sunday, sunny and 89.
All righty. 317-480-1310. 317-480-1310 is the number to the show. The lines are open. The lines are open and will be, like I said, throughout the course of the show. And again, as Eric was saying, they help in the heartland. If you just go to praiseindy.com, you can make a donation, find out more about what's going on with with the recovery efforts. And if you are still in need of help or assistance, you can also find out information on there. And again, that's our website, praiseindy.com. Our neighbors to the north, things are moving along a little bit here in central Indiana. And we've got some news about that. But our neighbors to the north, northwestern part of the state, they're still going through it. I mean, who wouldn't be after more than 2 weeks without electricity? Talking about Gary, Indiana. Again, Gary is still going through it, and it looks like will be for quite some time. I checked the NIPSCO website, and that's the utility company servicing Gary and northwestern Indiana. I checked their website, and 99 customers in Gary, Indiana, specifically in Gary, various zip codes throughout Gary, are still without power. And that was as of 11:27 this morning. Now, got involved with a couple of other things, and it's now 1:16, so I haven't had a chance to check the website or see the updates. But 99, I counted twice.
99 customers.
And I counted once in my head and once with the calculator, because my head will fool me sometimes. I don't always have the right number, but that's the number that I got at 11:27, 99.
That's 99 too many.
In about 4 different zip codes, and it looked like 4.
Yeah, 99 too many. If they could get that restored for them quickly, that would be wonderful. To be without power all that amount of time, as I've said so many times, the 3.5 days we were without power, that was an experience.
Yeah,
and I
it's
can't
a
imagine,
nightmare.
this amount of time, no power.
Yeah. Well, people are outraged, and rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Got a copy of a letter from the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus. They are firmly calling for an investigation into NIPSCO. And the letter is sent to Indiana Speaker Todd Houston, Indiana House of Representatives Speaker, and says Northwest Indiana residents, in part, this isn't the whole letter, but in part it reads, have endured more than 2 weeks without electric service. Those residents are frustrated that despite paying ever higher rates to NIPSCO, the utility struggles to restore service, while Illinois Utilities restored service within 4 days of the disaster. We have heard reports that out-of-state line crews providing mutual aid found the emergency response to be poorly coordinated. Okay. So it says the General Assembly has a responsibility to perform its own independent public investigation of NIPSCO's response to ensure it is prepared to introduce any necessary legislative session. So this has risen to the level of it ought to be a law. Have you ever heard people so frustrated? It ought to be a law.
Yeah, it ought to be a law. I've heard that.
And so the members of the IBLC are calling for that. Of course, we know Governor Mike Braun has called for an investigation into NIPSCO's slow response. Interestingly enough, somebody asked the question, has Braun been to Gary?
Yeah, we talked about that.
And I have found nothing. Now, let me say, he has been to the region.
To the region, yes.
Went to Hammond and some other places, but Gary specifically, no.
He's not been there.
Not that I cannot find anything that would indicate that he has set foot inside the city of Gary.
I've seen or heard nothing about
But he's called for an investigation into what happened in Gary. But when he took his tour of that storm-stricken area, Gary was not a stop. Mike Braun.
Why?
It says he traveled to Northwest Indiana to tour, and his specific regional tour stops focused heavily on hard-hit municipalities like Hammond. He mobilized the National Guard, state agencies directly into Gary to assist with widespread weeks-long power outages. Following the tour, he strongly criticized NIPSCO and, urged an informal state investigation. Ordered, not urged. He ordered a formal state investigation into their infrastructure and storm preparedness. So the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus says it ought to be a law. Braun is asking for a formal investigation into what have you. Now, the good news for here, Central Indiana, and folks in Gary is that FEMA assistance, the Federal Emergency Management Agency assistance, is now available. The feds have finally approved the state of Indiana's request for assistance, and Hoosiers here in Gary, Northwest Indiana, can apply for disaster relief at disasterassistance.gov. You can go to the FEMA app, FEMA app, or you can call 800-621-3362. You can call 800-621-3362. I understand that in addition to that, tomorrow and what is tomorrow? Friday and Saturday, there will be mobile FEMA units that are going to be setting up, and I guess they'll be at Broad Ripple Park.
Oh, okay, yeah, tomorrow and Saturday,
yeah, 8 to 6. My understanding also from these forums is that there are 21 counties in the state of Indiana, including Lake and Marion, that are eligible for this financial assistance from the federal government. I also understand that the money could be available within a week. To get this assistance or to sign up for it, you do not need to make an appointment. You just need to access it. You just need to access it. And so I think those mobile units are going to be there from 8 to 6?
8 to 6.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
And Saturday, 8 to 6. And again, no appointment needed. They're going to be at Broad Ripple Park. Experts say residents in need of federal disaster aid now available to storm victims in Marion and 20 other Indiana counties should take a proactive approach to the process, meaning go for it.
Right.
Okay? Proactive means go for it. Go for it.
Definitely.
Statewide damage is believed to be in the billions, and the road to relief opened by this week's major disaster declaration could be one of the hardest hit that Hoosiers travel for years. And so the first thing to do is to start asking questions, find out if you're eligible, and just get to work. Just get to work. Here are the counties. Well, anyway, the ones that Marion, Carroll, Dearborn, Decatur, Delaware, Fayette, Franklin, Hamilton, Hancock, Henry, Lake, LaPorte, Madison, Morgan, Porter, Lake and Porter counties are up there. I think LaPorte,
Up there, yeah.
Pulaski, Randolph, Rush, Tipton, Union, and Wayne counties. Wayne County. So those are eligible. We also understand that Hamilton, Delaware, Fayette, Franklin, Henry, Lake, LaPorte, let's see, are also approved for assistance to repair disaster damaged public facilities. So yeah, some of those, that's not the full list that I just read, but
Right.
but these are damaged public facilities. The main thing is the other list that I read are for those in the county. Before applying, here's the guidance from the federal government. Before applying for assistance, the first step should be contacting your insurance provider and filing a claim as soon as possible.
Don't wait.
Yeah.
As soon as you can.
Federal support is meant for expenses not covered by an insurance policy, and FEMA is prohibited from duplicating benefits, which could lead to a denial. So find out what your insurance is going to cover as far as your disaster, and then, that way, because you don't want to be denied.
Absolutely.
Because it duplicates. You don't want to be denied for that. So get that straight. Get that information. You're also going to need to provide information like damage descriptions, annual household income, and bank account information to get assistance via direct deposit, and if you need any accommodations because of a disability. And basically what it's saying here, if you get your house in order, literally, you got to get your household affairs and the business part of it in order. And I know it's frustrating. That's the last thing. People up to their, ankles in mud and everything else, but it has to be done because the money is administered in the form of a grant that does not need to be repaid.
Okay.
Yeah. So unlike insurance companies, which they get it back because they do.
Yeah, they do.
They'll raise your
get
premium.
It back. That's how they do it.
Or
They'll pay
drop
for
you.
it.
They'll pay for it.
But you're going to pay for it.
But you're going to pay in the end.
In the end.
You're either going to be dropped or your premium's going to be raised to the point where you're going to want to drop them. And so that's how they operate in situations like this. And nothing against my friends and colleagues who work in insurance, but hey, that's the insurance business. It's also not considered taxable income, so accepting a FEMA grant will not affect anyone receiving Social Security benefits, Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance, or other federal assistance programs.
That's good. That's really
good. As much detail and as much documentation that you can provide is going to be absolutely the key here. So, so there again, all of that information you can apply at disasterassistance.gov. disasterassistance.gov. You can go to the FEMA app, or you can call 800-621-3362, 800-621-3362. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310 is the number to the show. The lines are open. If you want to call in, whatever's on your mind, whatever you'd like to talk about, give us a call.
And if you have a desire to watch us, you can see us now on the web, Facebook or YouTube or both. If you want to watch both, you can. Just to see Tina and myself.
Yes,
We're
indeed.
here.
So
that's a new thing we've done. Hey, hello, it's good to see you.
My eye is itching. See, there's
everything going on. You'll see for the most part. Yeah,
you'll see. Let's go to the phone lines. Is that Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Jeff, go ahead. How are you?
Hey, Tina here. How you guys doing?
Doing all right.
Doing good. Thank you.
And you guys look great in living color.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And have I smoked a tobacco pipe? Yeah, but I like the flavor, but it burns your mouth up. To me, it did burn my tongue. So it was short-lived.
Not a long time. Do you know anybody who smokes pipe now, Jeff? Anybody?
No, not right offhand, no. Tried it because I thought, it looks cool, the whole Sherlock Holmes thing, but nah, you pay a price. To me, it did.
Yeah. It's interesting. It
really is.
It's just not the in thing now. It seems like
no.
It's not the it thing to do anymore.
Not to have a pipe. It seems like, what is the other thing people do now? Vaping. That's kind of the in thing for some people.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah.
So what's
But
up, Jeff? What's
my
going on?
I just want to ask, you two are very insightful people. I want to ask both of y'all, was it a good idea for Hakeem Jeffries, who might be the future Speaker of the House, to take that meeting with that criminal Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law? Because I know he's getting a lot of flack about it.
Yeah. On the surface, I would say no. But I'm gonna give him a little rope here. Why? I still have not heard a good explanation as to why. I would think that he would want to avoid any contact of that kind, period.
Was my thought too.
Yeah, I just don't understand why in the world he would want to do that. But now here's the other thing. I see exactly why Kushner would want to request a meeting with Jeffries.
Sure, there's a reason.
I see exactly about that, but I don't understand why Jeffries would take a meeting with who. Do you know who requested who? I think did Kushner request?
Kushner, or if it was
Kushner.
Kushner?
Yeah, it was Kushner that requested. That's what I thought. And maybe I don't know. Jeffries wanted to look like the grown up in the room. Maybe he wanted to lay down the law and say, "Hey, nothing's going to change." And I don't know. But to me, I would have avoided the optics altogether and we're worried about it later. I just wouldn't have complicated the landscape at this particular point in time. But that's just me. I am holding out hope that there's something brilliant that he that brilliant, he shares. Brilliant that he shares a little bit later on that we can't see from our perspective. That's what I'm hoping. But on the surface, I don't see it.
Looking for the positive.
Yeah.
Something positive to come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay, that was it. I just wanted, you two the smartest people around. Cause
well, I don't know. I don't know about that for me.
So Jeff,
you guys are pretty savvy.
You obviously thought it wasn't a good idea, though, right?
It could go in a lot of directions, but the optics are like, Jared Kushner. He's the devil.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting that he,
please don't throw him. You getting power? Don't throw my father-in-law in jail. Please don't do it.
Oh, I think there's more CYA than worrying about Trump. I think Kushner is.
Oh, sure it is.
Yeah, he's looking after his own behind, and totally purely selfish reason. I think he probably could care less about what happens to his father-in-law. He's out there thinking, hey, wait a minute.
Let me.
And in a way, he might be a little bit the smarter one in the room, because while they continue to ignore, or what appears as far as reports are concerned, ignore what looks like is going to be inevitable, he may be somebody that's like, hey, I see the handwriting on the wall.
Maybe.
And I want to get ahead of this, and I just want to see, I want to let you know, blah, blah, blah. It could go in so many different directions.
Certainly
different directions. But yeah,
Certainly
Jeff brings up a good question.
He does.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to give him some grace, though. I initially on the surface, I did not like it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You know. And I know what Dion would say. See, being a Democrat.
Yeah, I can hear him saying that. I hear him.
And there's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We still got Universal tickets to give away. Universal Circus tickets. Universal Circus. And, after that, or maybe before that, I don't know, Danny Bridges with the Indianapolis Recorder. We'll be right back.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this podcast is the perfect place to engage in thoughtful discussions about relationships. Join us on a journey of exploration and recovery as we explore the world of love and discover the secrets to successful relationships. Tune in every week for new episodes on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here at Urban One, we pride ourselves on supporting local and national Black-owned businesses throughout all of our radio markets. Since we began our Buy Black campaign, we like to spotlight some familiar and unfamiliar businesses in our communities. From arts and crafts, restaurants, clothing and apparel, heating, technology, electrical. One thing is true, Black folks have a business for everything you need, want, or could imagine. So let's show some love to all local and national Black-owned businesses, because when you spend money with the Black-owned business, you are helping your community as well as helping yourself. The businesses for this week are:
experience incredible food, great libations, and Soul Food Sunday at Seasoned Soul Food Bar and Grill at 7820 Michigan Road. Elite Biomedical keeps your medical equipment safe, certified, and ready to perform through repairs, sales, and sterilization. Call 317-763-8656. The Cheesecake Lady serves up legendary flavors in cups, cakes, and bites. Visit 3002 North Illinois Street or order online at thecheesecakeladyind.com.
It's the concert everyone's talking about, and tickets start at just $69 for the Indie Fun Fest, starring Morris Day at the time.
Indianapolis Morris Day here. I'm excited to be headlining the Indie Funk Fest at Clues Hall, 25th of September. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know the date. Me and the fellas is on our way. Y'all better check it out. Yeah.
And on the same show at Clues, it's the SOS Band. And get ready to party at Clues Hall with the original Lakeside. Clues Hall with Morris Day at the time, the original Lakeside, the SOS Band. And bringing the funk is Trouble Funk.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Funk, and we're bringing in DC Go-Go Funk to Indianapolis Friday, September 25th.
The Indie Funk Fest at Clues Hall, and $69 tickets are free. You get yours today at the Clues Hall box office, Wednesday through Friday from 10 to 4, or at King Ribs for the Funk Fest. It's the most fun you'll ever have. The Indie Funk Fest, September 25th at Clues.
Let's get back to the conversation. It's Community Connection with Tina Cosby on Praise AM 1310, 95.1 FM.
And we are back with Community Connection. Lines are open for whatever may be on your mind. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310 is the number to call. Lines are open, 317-480-1310. Kind of a PS regarding Mike Braun.
Ah, okay.
This is the third day in a row that we've mentioned the passing of, the unfortunate passing of Dolly Parton, right? Okay.
Yes, it is. Certainly is.
And so we do know that when she passed on Wednesday, that Donald Trump ordered flags at all federal buildings and locations be flown at half-staff, right?
Yes, he did.
Well, did you know that Indiana Governor Mike Braun has ordered flags across the state of Indiana to be flown at half-staff? Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, he did.
I
He
did not.
He issued the directive effective immediately, the same day as the Trump directive, Wednesday, August 26th, to honor the life and legacy of country music icon and philanthropist Dolly Parton, of course, who passed away on Wednesday at the age of 80. The state order, applies to all flags at the Indiana State House and all state facilities statewide. Governor Braun also encouraged Indiana residents and businesses to lower their flags in solidarity. Right?
Okay.
The statewide directive, as it says, and I'm getting some of these bullet points. Some of them I have, some of them I'm getting from our Axios newsletter. But anyway, the statewide directive aligns with a federal order issued by Donald Trump for all national public. So we just said that. So, Braun is right in step. He is lockstep. He's lockstep.
You knew he would be.
Yeah, and Braun was so kind as to highlight Parton's profound impact, noting her global contributions to childhood literacy through her Imagination Library, which expanded to cover every single county in the state of Indiana, all 92. Here's the hypocrisy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all that.
Uh-oh.
Just this is what comes with blindly following that guy.
I'm listening.
While he honored Dolly Parton by ordering flags to half-staff following her passing, he previously cut the state's $6 million funding allocation for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, Really?
When Governor Braun submitted his budget, the state's ongoing funding match for the childhood literacy program was entirely removed.
Well, yeah, hypocrisy, as you said. Most definitely.
But that gives you, is that not one of the most blatant examples of blindly following the lead of somebody? He didn't even think it through.
Yes.
He didn't think about the hypocrisy that was going to fly back in his face. You're honoring this woman for her contributions to literacy, and you cut her program. You cut matching funds to her program. But you're going to do well. Trump said.
Yeah.
Did you even know who she was? I mean,
he should have. I'm sure he had to.
Yeah,
he should know.
I know.
But I know what you're saying.
Do you know what you did?
Well, somebody should bring it to his attention.
Oh, I'm sure it's been brought to his attention. It's been brought to his attention.
You think his office has said anything? People in his office have said, Governor, what? You know what you just did? You did this, and you cut the funding.
Yeah.
So
Stupid.
that makes you look
stupid,
like a hypocrite.
Like a hypocrite and like a non-independent thinker. And I'm being so very kind when I say non-independent thinking public official.
Oh, my.
Publicly elected official.
Wow.
So what that tells you is if Trump said, go to the Portlet disposal facility and dump out all the sewage in the streets because we're going to do that. He's not going to give it a second thought because Trump said to do it.
Yeah, and
regardless of the health hazard, regardless of what it's going to look like, he is going to do it. You guys have to understand who is leading the state of Indiana. He is, what did you call him, Trump Jr.?
Yes.
He is a parrot. He is a rubber stamp.
He's right there.
He has this kind of vision, nothing. He doesn't see anything on it. Doesn't even see his own hypocrisy. But Trump said to do it, so I'm going to do it.
That's clearly.
Even though I cut Dolly Parton's program out of my budget.
Cut it. $6 million.
Yeah. 317-480-1310.
Well.
310. I just thought I'd point out a little point of hypocrisy. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Let's go to the phone lines because they're lighting up, as they say. Counselor Oliver, how are you? How are you today?
I'm not fine. I had a rough week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess most of us have with the news that comes to many of us about what is going on in real time.
Yeah.
I like to mention a couple of things that I've been active and reactive and proactive in a couple. One was the children that were detained downtown Indianapolis. I got a picture of it.
Children detained. Okay, bring me up to date. Children detained in downtown. When?
Yes, I got no up to date. I can't find out anything. I can't find out what the status is, but I do know what I've heard about it, that they were detained for jaywalking. And it took me back 70 years in real time, in my and many others' time, even today, where two or more of us were downtown or somewhere, and they would break us up. You know, like we were disturbing the peace or something. Hey, break that up, y'all. You know, you can't be walking like that. You must be get in trouble. And when they detained those kids downtown, I had on my work clothes for cutting grass. I immediately, when I picked this tour, I think it was Monday morning, I went straight over to Attic High School, straight over there in work clothes and all, to find out what happened, where those kids, the coach, the adult, the teacher. I want to know what's going on, what happened there. And I got in the building. The principal wasn't there. The coach that allegedly had those kids was a football coach, what was told to me. I admit it, but I didn't know him. But I do know the basketball coach with the Hawkins. So I did ask for him. He was not available because he was doing a class or something like that. And I stayed for about a half hour, and I just couldn't wait and just continue to wait because I didn't know how long I'd be waiting. So I left. I left a message. They gave me contact information, et cetera, et cetera. And right now, the news media, at least what I've seen or not seen, not another word about the status of those kids. And if you get some information on that, I appreciate it. But I'm going back over to Addicts next week because this evening, correct, I'm going to D.C. We'll be leaving out at 7 o'clock this evening, et cetera, et cetera. So those are things I was involved in.
Yeah, this is a Facebook post from Black Indy Live. And Eric, had you seen this post?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna read it because it says another encounter involving IMPD and black teenagers is raising questions in Indianapolis. And again, this is from Black Indy Live, and this is from 5 days ago. According to a parent who says she witnessed the incident, a group of Crispus Attucks students were detained by IMPD after crossing the street near the school to reach the restaurant area by the former IUPUI campus. She says school administrators routinely help students cross in that area. And I know I've got a visual. I know exactly what they're talking about. But this time, several police vehicles responded. Students were detained and officers were preparing to issue citations for jaywalking. The parent who witnessed this also alleges that when football coaches came over to advocate for the students, one coach was placed in handcuffs. She says everyone was eventually released without citations. Black Indy Live has not independently confirmed every detail of the encounter or IMPD's account of what led to the detention. But the incident comes during a year when IMPD's interactions with black teenagers have already drawn serious scrutiny. In April, an 18-year-old, we talked about this one, was arrested following an encounter with police at Riverside Park after an IMPD officer accused him of pointing a gun at her. The felony charges were later dismissed, and the teenager is now suing the city and the officer. His federal lawsuit alleges the officer falsely claimed he pointed the weapon, while body camera footage shows him with his hands raised. And, yeah. Because remember, the body camera footage was the reason that it didn't line up with what the police officer in question reported. Didn't line up with the report. So prosecutors dropped the charges. It says also in February, another incident went viral after IMPD stopped a vehicle carrying teenagers who had been leaving an anti-ICE protest. IMPD said the officers had received information that students attending a planned protest might be armed. Video from the encounter drew national attention after an officer was recording threatening a 17-year-old during the stop. Now, according to this parent's account, we're talking about black high school students potentially receiving citations and a coach being handcuffed over something as minor as crossing the street. So here's the question Black Indy Live asked, and the same one I'm sure that you are asking, Counselor Oliver, and that being, at what point do separate incidents become enough for the community to start asking whether there is a larger problem with how IMPD interacts with black teenagers? And the bigger conversations do need to be, we got to get IMPD in here to talk about that. I mean, they and typically a chief has come in and discussed that. I have yet to see that from the current chief. Not that she won't, because I'm going to give her an opportunity to again. But I haven't seen that so far. Now we have probably we're going to be talking not this month because we won't be doing a live show on the day when they usually come, but a couple of weeks after that, and probably is better because we'll have a little bit more information. But the chief has to, and we have had chiefs in the past who have come on and talked to the community, about that very thing, because they got to get it. I don't know, Counselor Oliver, what are your thoughts? Do you think that my thoughts were when I first seen it on the social media. I mean, there was no. In me, there was no calling a meeting, the NAACP, the Urban League. That's where I grew up under that kind of, where we get comments immediately from Dr. Pickney, Dr. Rawls, et cetera, the NAACP and the Urban League and many others, Glenn Howard. They would come out immediately. And that's what I didn't change clothes. I went straight over to the school because this was, I mean, it did, because it was Attucks. I went to Attucks. No. If it had been a tech, they was kids. Yeah, but we haven't heard from city leadership. Nothing. Neighborhood community leadership. But I haven't heard about it. Okay. And thank you for bringing that post to my attention. We don't see all. I mean, I don't see all social media posts. No, I mean, as much as concerned clergy. What about concerned clergy? The Baptist Ministerial Alliance, the interdenominational. Somebody call a neighborhood meeting out as the individual man, as the individual adult, not an 82-year-old. 15-year-old teenager, 82-year-old man. That's who I'm talking about. And women. Men, when something happens,
when something happens, do not wait until somebody call a meeting to see what you're supposed to do. I wasn't angry and driving fast. I drove over to the school, see what is going on with our kids. What happened? I want to get the facts before I make phone calls downtown to administration. And I know several districts.
And I liked Black Indy Live's line that they have not that these accounts have not been independently confirmed, not only by Black Indy Live, but by, we haven't seen the police reports. So we need a little bit more information. But the fact that this is circulating on social media, that you don't need too much more than that. And I don't know if any pressure is being put on the police department. I don't know if, like I said, if our community leaders, such as whoever would like to, is going to be speaking up about that or what. I don't know. You're right, Councilor Oliver. Yes, social media reports are one thing.
That's true.
I wasn't representing. I'm a life member of NAACP, a lifetime, all that kind of stuff. No, I wasn't representing anyone but myself. When I went over to the school to find you get the facts, what happened before I make the phone call to a couple of deputy chiefs that I do know.
Yeah.
And I can ask them, hey, what's going on, man? What you going to do?
Yeah.
Tell me privately. And then I go public if I'm not satisfied. You know what I mean? With their reaction to what happened. Yeah. That right there. And another thing is in Gary.
Yeah, the thing in Gary. But I think Rush, we got to get a hold of Elder Rush because he's the one, the person I want to talk to, and others and anybody else that may be, like you say, the Ministers Alliance, the clergy, all of those, and find out because I don't know that Chief Terry has had any sit downs since her appointment. I don't know that she has. Maybe she has. But I don't know that she's had any meet the community type meetings where she stands there and answers the tough questions from the community. I've not seen it. Maybe at some of these community forums. And I'm not talking about crime stats.
Right.
Or, this, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about police community relations and building trust, which is an ongoing issue that needs to be constantly addressed. And I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. I just haven't seen it.
Right.
Well, I was just reacting as if, because it just done something to me at that moment about the black codes and things like that, and apartheid in South Africa. And I must be under that right now and don't recognize it because it's become normal. Like there's no reaction to it. Like you let these kids detain them for jaywalking. I mean, and had them sitting on the ground and all that. I mean, what?
Yeah, that's got to be
2026.
Yeah.
Is that
and
necessary?
the thing that I where did that come from? I'll read the report again, but that there allegedly or reportedly were reports that a planned protest was underway and some of the kids may have had guns. That still does not. I mean, I don't know. We got to find out.
And the other part about Gary.
Well, that's just what I just read. Yeah.
About we want to organize and react to Gary and take supplies up there, getting a couple of churches involved where we can have everything, resources stored at those churches and delivered up there to Gary, and not wait for United Way or someone else to do it because they have done it. Well, I know all about what happened up in Hamilton County because it's all in the news every day, 15 minutes a day, every day.
Yeah.
I knew what happened there. And people asked me, would I help out? I said, certainly will. You said, and I hadn't heard anything about Gary. The governor had been on television talking about, what Hamilton County and Kansas City and all like that. And Northwest Indiana kind of tongue-in-cheek. And then later on that same day, the next 2 or 3 days later, they said Gary without electricity for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, I never heard that.
Yeah. Well, no, we've been reporting on it, and that portion of the state has been mentioning it and reporting on it, and the fact that even today, more than 2 weeks and 2 days after, as of 11:37 this morning, there were 99 people in Gary still without power in Gary.
Slow reaction, thanks to you and many others that brought that to attention to Nabisco or whoever that is up there.
Or NIPSCO, yeah, the Indiana Black Legislative.
And millions and millions of dollars they made, et cetera, they gave out to the executives. And the city, the second largest city in the state of Indiana, and the governor did not mention it?
Nope.
He did not mention it?
Well, the governor went to, my thing is the governor never set foot in the city of Gary. Now, he called for an investigation. I mean, he did, I guess, what you're supposed to do in situations like that. But to be there and to let folks know I'm your governor too. The optics are not good. Gary is what's percentage of Gary is black?
Well, it made me go back to, I guess I wasn't involved and living to the black codes, but I read about it.
And the black codes,
it kind of reminded me that it's what I'm in. You know, jaywalking, detaining them, the coach. I mean, there was no negotiation, no nothing. It was just horrible looking at those kids sitting on the ground.
Yeah,
pictures that I'd seen back in the 60s and 70s. I thought they went away. You know, I mean, went away.
No, they're not going away. They're being ushered back in with the quickness with this current administration, and that has given the okay and the approval to do just that. And so that's why we have to be diligent. All that
you do is say, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you for bringing that to our attention. And we'll, we're definitely going to follow up and talk to a couple of folks.
And I will too. When I come back to DC, we try to go to Gary with supplies to take up there. We're not waiting for
Gary.
Somebody each individual. When this thing happened to Katrina, we done the same thing. We reacted from all over the country, from Seattle, Washington, from Tampa, Florida. Men. Drove their semi-trailer trucks down to Katrina and New Orleans. Didn't wait. They got the call. African American men done that. And the same thing happened to Gary right now.
All over. Yeah, Gary's being called the new Katrina in a lot it really is.
Much, Tina. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Council.
Keep what you're doing.
Thank you, indeed. And again, I believe that there is clear indication that police community relations are deteriorating again, even more. And we need to hear from the leadership at IMPD as to what is and what isn't, what's being done, what isn't. This is a time for IMPD's leadership to step up and step into, even though it's social media, some of it social media generated, some of it is reality, especially the incident at Riverside Park. But again, it doesn't bode well for a department that says it's looking to improve on police community relations, and the leadership in that department at this point has remained silent, I guess. If it hasn't, tell me. I want to know. If it has, we gotta do something about that. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310. You know what, Eric? We've got several more calls, and I don't want to get interrupted by a commercial break and the computer interrupting their comments. So let's take the break now. When we come back, we're going to go down and we're going to get to, I promise you, if you're on the line, I promise I will get to your call. We'll be right back.
Listen, man, if you're a fan of sports, then you probably should not listen to I Hate the Homies podcast. If you're a fan of entertainment news, gossip, current events, funny, and laughter, you should probably not listen to I Hate the Homies podcast.
Rock T, Super Dave, and myself, Griff, are three sports dudes talking about everything that you love. So don't listen to I Hate the Homies podcast. Celebrate our history through conversations and stories on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want tasty, comforting meals delivered to your door? Global Meals offers diverse, flavorful comfort meals without the stress of cooking. Call 1219-332-4725. That's 1219-332-4725. Global Meals offers dietitian-designed, medically tailored meals for people with chronic health conditions and those receiving Medicaid waiver services. Meals can be purchased privately if you are not on Medicaid. Call 1-219-332-4725. That's 1-219-332-4725. Want tasty, comforting meals delivered to your door? Call Global Meals today at 1-219-332-4725. That's 1-219-332-4725. Global Meals has medically tailored meals for people with chronic health conditions and those receiving Medicaid waivers. Call Global Meals today for flavorful, delicious meals without the stress of cooking. Call 1-219-332-4725.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
WTLC AM, W236CR, Indianapolis. Broadcasting from the Praise Indy Indigo Studios. Indigo, boldly moving Indy forward.
Discussing the issues that matter to you and keeping you informed with what's happening in and around Indy. It's Community Connection with Tina Cosby on Praise AM 1310, 95.1 FM.
And we are back with Community Connection. Just about to head into our hour number 2. And got some calls that folks wanted to weigh in on. And, I have already placed a couple of text messages to a couple of folks regarding this. Because, again, this whatever it is, this growing presence on social media, it seems to be a growing presence of more and more police-community relations and police community relationships, which I guess I won't say that they were, they had somewhat improved, but if they're not addressed and tackled head on soon, they're going to deteriorate into where they once were.
That's very
not
true.
that they're that good anyway, because a lot of people don't. But the leadership says, and you know what, it's probably true. We can only do so much. We need the community's help to help us solve these crimes and to keep crime out of your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Yeah.
But when the community asks you to help them trust you more, well, we're not going to talk about it. Or we're going to talk about crime. You've got to figure out a balance there.
It has to be. Otherwise,
it has to be.
the
You
level
can't
of
have it
trust.
both ways. Yeah, you can't have it both ways. And again, I just don't know. I don't know this current administration. Let me put it that way.
Right.
I don't know the current. Randy Taylor was the last one we worked with. And I will say this about Chief Taylor. Like him, love him, whatever, he would sit there and take the questions. And whether you like the answer or not, he would take them. And he would sit there as long as we needed him to.
That makes a difference. Just to take the question, spend the time
question,
to
spend
listen.
the time, and I've even heard him preface an answer with, you may not like this, and it may not be what you want to hear, but X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And well, Chief Taylor, can you stay a little longer? Yeah, Tina, I'll stay as long as you want me to. Before him, Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey
Chief
was
Bailey.
before. Yeah,
Chris
Bailey.
Bailey?
Yeah, Chris Bailey. Bailey preceded. What's her name? Terry.
Terry,
Yeah,
yes.
Chief Terry. He too wasn't the most popular chief by far. Never was. But again, he would come in here, and he'd say, "Well, this is what I gotta say." And I'll take as many questions as I can take until he would stay and take questions. That's the kind of thing that, to me, at least shows something other than reciting crime statistics.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, that's nationwide.
It's nationwide. You can see that every day.
I want to know what's going on in Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
And what are your thoughts? What are your feelings about that? And what's going on with the officer? Was the officer disciplined? Was the officer not? Was it a technicality that you couldn't discipline? What? Transparency. We hear that. So anyway, 3-1. That's enough of my thing. And again, I'll wait to hear from some of the folks that I've just been in contact with and see what their thoughts are. And if I'm off base, tell me. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310. Kevin, go ahead. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Tina? Here.
Doing good. Thank you.
We got 3 topics. The one I'm gonna start with the last one. Over at Addicts, I don't know all the details. I think this is an opportunity when the city, IMPD, and IPS can come together and protect our kids.
Yes.
What I mean by that, I think we are kind of familiar with that crossing area right there. There needs to be a light there. It needs to be some kind of crosswalk or a light there. That's the most convenient way for the kids, especially sports activities, to walk literally straight across the Addicts' driveway over to there. They did one on the that would be the south side of 10th Street over there, because there's a assisted living home on St. Clair where those people would come through with walkers, wheelchairs, and motor scooters trying to get
on the south
across.
side, Kevin?
There was no light there. On the south side of that. On the south side of those restaurants.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and take a look. Yeah.
Well, you got 11th Street and you got 10th Street.
Yeah. They kind of
They come together.
Yeah, they do.
On the other side of Hardee's.
Yeah. Oh, the others. Okay, I got you.
On the other side. Yeah, they put a light there. So there wasn't a light there for years. I think it may have been there maybe 5 years now. But like I said, you got an assisted living home. Those people trying to come and eat, they couldn't get across on wheelchairs and walkers and stuff.
Good point.
That was the one about Addicts. The brother Hakeem Jeffries, I think we got to call a spade, no matter if he's on your side or not. He took at one point, I think, $170,000 AIPAC, and we all know Jared Kushner's relationship with AIPAC and Israel. Jared Kushner is not a elected official. I don't see why he should be in a meeting with Jared Kushner anyway. But I guarantee AIPAC has something to do with that, and him taking money and him not voting to not seeing $3.3 billion over to Israel. Hakeem Jeffries would not have voted against that. He voted for keeping the money going to Israel. So Hakeem Jeffries got some skeletons in the closet when it comes to Israel.
Okay.
The last thing.
Good point.
The last thing. I don't smoke cigars at all. I don't understand it. But there's a brother named Sean who opened up a mobile cigar bar. I think he just opened up last week. He took a converted bus and turned it into a cigar bar. There is a black man that's trying to do something with this culture and this new fad when it comes to cigars.
Mm-hmm. Where is that again?
Yeah, it's a mobile. So you order it up. And I think it holds like 10 to 15 people. I guess you call, you order it up. I think he charges either about an hour or half the day.
Okay.
I guess he drives you around when you allow to smoke cigars. He has
TVs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Support black business.
Yeah.
Support black business.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
I appreciate you guys taking my call.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Appreciate you. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310. Lisa, go ahead. How are you?
Hey, Tina.
Hey.
I'm so overwhelmed with all of this. But, the last Interministerial Alliance breakfast that I made it to, Ron did come and address us.
Mm-hmm.
He does. So, people, you guys need to start, participating at the breakfast. It has kind of dwindled.
Mm-hmm.
But they do come and they speak. So if you want to speak to these people that are in these positions.
So IMPD has been there? Has the chief of IMPD been again? Pardon?
Yes, she has. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't know.
And Braun has. Yes.
Braun has when? Do you remember?
Oh, it was about, I've missed the last 3 breakfasts. So probably about 3 months ago.
Okay.
But I believe it's the first Tuesday of the month at 333 Illinois.
Yeah, the Jewel Center. Mm-hmm. I've been before. In fact, I moderated one of them a while ago, a year or two, a couple years ago.
We're able to address issues there, and we got to start getting together and coming on coming on board. You know, everybody wants to talk about maybe their opinion about a person that's doing the thing, Elder Rush, or, you know, whoever else is out here that's doing it and been doing it for a long time. We went in that office and made him come out and talk to us, and he still was talking crazy. We know this man is crazy.
Who you talking about, Bron?
You took $5 million, Bron. You took $5 million from the only predominantly black university in the state of Indiana.
Well, he took it from Dolly too. So I mean,
it was
basically
equal
the same
opportunity.
thing. He cut matching funds for her thing too, and then bless her heart, I'm going to
Yeah.
celebrate
I'm
her.
gonna celebrate her.
I'm
Yeah.
going to celebrate.
They don't want any kind of education without their hands in the pot. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, the National Action Network, the march is this Friday in D.C.
Tomorrow in D.C.
Yes.
Hey, do you know if any buses from Indianapolis are going there? Any charters from the city? I'm gonna look that up.
It's leaving out tonight at 9 p.m. A lot of people are dropping out, so it should be some seats.
Still available?
It doesn't cost anything. We need more men, you know.
Tonight at 9?
Yes. Douglas Park on the golf side, 2748 on that side of Andrew J. Brown.
And you
you'll be
say
able to
it's
park
free?
there. Yes. It was paid for by NAN, National Action Network.
And
all we needed to do was get 50 people, and I think there's 3 buses. So 3 buses, 50, that's 150. So if you're able, come on out.
And you say some seats are still available. You know, so what you're saying is all you have to do is just show up tonight at 9:00 at Douglas Park and get on board, get on a bus.
Get on the bus. Make sure you got what you need, your medicine, your food, whatever. We're going down. We'll be back Saturday.
Okay, so you're going to march, participate in the march, and then turn around and come right back after the march.
Yeah, and be back by Saturday, I believe it is.
Because that's about a 12-hour drive.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've made it a couple of times.
It's a long drive.
Yeah, I drove down there with me and my children, so it's doable. And
it's doable.
Hicks has done a lot in this city. He's passed on now. He was my mentor. My first husband's father. He smoked the pipe.
Oh, okay.
He smoked the pipe. I really miss him, Tina.
Oh. Yeah.
He was my father. My physical father has just passed about, I don't know, just recently. And my dad would say, my dad would always shake his head and just say, "Don't make no sense."
No, a whole lot of stuff don't make no sense.
That's all I can say. Don't make no sense.
Don't make no sense.
My father has just passed, and I miss him. And my spiritual father, who is Hicks, who did a lot for this community and got put out at one time.
But Lisa, I'm glad you shared that about the buses, the free ride, the march tomorrow in Washington, D.C., National Action Network, Reverend Al Sharpton, Douglas Park. Be there tonight at 9:00. There are seats still available.
We are leaving at 9 p.m.
Be there at 8, okay? Be there at 8.
We're leaving at 9 p.m. So
and take everything you're going to need for medication and all that stuff for a down and back, or in this case, an out and back.
One of the ladies is cooking some food that she's going to have on. I wanted to get this chicken done that I got, but I need a grill so I can get it done. I ain't got it done. I got to get some rest, and I haven't had any sleep. So.
You're going?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will be on the bus. I got to take the bus to get there because my engine is gone.
When you say that chicken, so they're going to be some greasy brown bags of traveling chicken. They call that the traveling chicken. Yeah. Yep. Or the boxes, either the greasy boxes or the greasy brown bags of traveling chicken.
A couple of pieces, and I'm going to have me a couple pieces. You know, they're going to have to do their own thing. And I might.
Okay. But thank you so much for that. But yeah, tonight, thank you. That is one. That's what I'm saying. We can't remember. We don't remember everything or get to everything, and that is
48 Andrew J. Brown, right on that side, on that side. You know, on the golf side. They'll be able to park their cars there and get on the bus.
And for those who aren't aware, and March for what? Well, it's the anniversary of that world famous, now internationally famous March on Washington, where Dr. King delivered the speech for which he is so often quoted.
And also Donnell Howard, they're getting some stuff together to get down to Gary as well.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Oh, Pastor Howard, Donnell Howard. Yeah, they're a whole lot of, Gary's getting a lot of support.
Of Martin University, we out here.
Good.
We out here. Don't get that school back up.
That's gonna, you know what? If anything can be done, that can be done. It can be done. Yeah.
A building is a building.
The school.
We're still here. We're the ones out in the community doing the boots on the ground. We see people every day that got needs.
Yes.
We out here doing it.
Yes.
Ain't nobody got time to be on no radio, and these people that are out doing it, boots on the ground, are not listening to the radio. We out here.
There you go.
All the time. I listen when I can. I try to listen when I can. I listen. So
I do, and I love what you just dropped today. I mean, you drop some good stuff usually, Lisa. So listen when you can, call whenever. So we appreciate it. I really do, because like I was saying, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We can't possibly cover or know of everything,
no, that's true. There's no way.
So I welcome that stuff. I do, that information. And she just reminded me that is tomorrow. It's
tomorrow. Yeah.
So much stuff, we've been pulled here, pulled there, go here.
We have
but that is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. And if you're going to be going, don't forget to take your water with you and snacks and dress appropriately to whatever the weather forecast might be.
Yeah.
Too, so you'll be ready.
Yes, indeed. Reverend Al has been talking about it on his show for months now. And it's just going to be a beautiful thing.
And she said the bus ride is free of charge. I see it right here. Yeah, free of charge.
Yeah. August 28th. That's tomorrow.
That's
2026, 63rd anniversary. Defend the vote. That's the theme. Defend the vote takes place, and it's going to be led by the National Action Network. Civil rights leaders, including, of course, Reverend Sharpton and Martin Luther King III, voting rights and basically defending democracy. Yeah, that's going to be the theme. And you know what? These trips, this is great. It's absolutely great, and community at its best. Come and just stand with us. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about anything. Just hop on the bus. Bring all your stuff,
Take
chicken,
your stuff and
get your box of chicken, and like you say, some water, and ride, stand with us, is what, Reverend Al and National Action Network is saying. And then we can let you go home. And you turn around and go home. But a stand of solidarity, that means the world. And it does, it is not to be taken lightly. Reverend Al says it so often, when people see you, they hear you. And they also hear you when you're being seen, like voting. So it all works together. 317-480-1310, 317-480-1310. But again, if you, Lisa just said seats are available because a couple of folks have dropped out. So if you would like to go out, I keep saying up. It's straight east. Straight out 70.
70, and then you'll jog a little bit to
the turnpike kind of
through
thing.
Pennsylvania.
Okay. Yeah. Straight east for the most part. A little winding through the mountains and then
through the mountains.
But a nice little trip. Free of charge. How often do you get to go to the nation's capital free of charge? Free.
Never.
We love that word. Free.
We love free. We love the free.
Yeah. And so they're leaving tonight. The bus takes off at 9. You need to be there by 8 to get your seat. At the latest, 8 o'clock to get your seat, get situated, and get settled in. And then all you got to do is ride. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about parking, money, nothing. And there'll be plenty of food, as she said, on the buses, because a lot of folks are preparing food. A whole lot. And probably a lot of fun, too. Those bus trips. Usually there's games.
Yeah, there's games and singing. Sometimes singing, too.
Whatever you
sing along,
whatever you think,
just fun
sing
stuff
along, just a lot of fun stuff to make the time go quicker. And then as soon as the event is over, you load up, come on back. Douglas Park Community Center. Douglas Park Community Center is where these 3 motor coaches are going to be taking off from. Tonight at 9 is when the doors close, and if it was a plane, it'd be wheels up.
Be wheels up.
Yeah, well, wheels, they're hitting the ground. they're
Time to
heading
go.
out at 9. Be there at 8. Free. Come and help support the National Action Network in the 63rd anniversary of that now internationally famous March on Washington. So we'll remind folks of that again before we sign off, too.
Yes.
Sharon, go ahead. How are you?
Good afternoon, Tina.
Good afternoon.
I was calling in because this young lady, her name is Tracy Diller, and she has an agency, Gifted Touch. Her and a group of other people the other day, they took a caravan of food and supplies to the people in Gary, because Gary, to me, is being neglected during this whole flood, because the light company claimed that people were pulling guns on them. That's why they were not, turning their electricity and stuff back on, but I don't believe that. But anyway, and you listen to the news, you hear about all these things that they're doing for Noblesville, Carmel, and all these other little towns, but you hear nothing about what they're trying to help Gary with. And I was just, she went out there and took so much stuff. She does a lot for this community. She opened a drug house, drug rehabilitation house. She's been doing a lot.
What's her name? What's her name?
Tracy Diller.
Okay.
Tracy Diller. And she did so much, and she took those people were so happy to get that stuff in Gary, because I feel that they're being neglected. And if you think about Brown, his last name Brown, he's a daggone Nazi. And he said he was going to try to run for president. I heard that at one time. Ooh. So he's doing everything that Donald Trump wants him to do.
Yeah, because Donald Trump is brilliant, right? He's the man.
Yeah, he's just the biggest idiot I ever seen. I always tell people my grandkids have got a better vocabulary than this man has. He doesn't use a 3-syllable, 2-syllable word, one word. So he's got us in the gutter, and I was kind of glad on the Martin University thing. I was glad that Jeffrey Johnson and Eastern Star bought it, so they didn't fall in the hands of the Mexicans. And no, I'm not racist, but every business that goes out in our community seems to turn into a Mexican grocery store or something, not related to us. So I was glad that Jeffrey Johnson and his church bought that, because it'll stay within the black community, because they do so much for the black community. So I was glad we kept that. I'm a Martin alumni. I'm alumni there at Martin. I got my nursing degree through Martin. And I was going through a time when Father Boniface and Sister Jane was there, and I remember going to school, and if you didn't have no lunch or anything, Sister Jane would have big pots going in the break room. So you could eat.
Well, you say big pots. Big pots.
She had something in there you could eat. It was always something in that break room that you could eat. You could talk to Father and Sister Jane at any time. It's not like talking to a stranger, It's just like they were somebody that were approachable,
Yeah.
So, that's what I want to say. But I think she should be recognized. And these people, all they're talking about is Noblesville, Carmel. They're just leaving poor Gary behind. And, that's predominantly black. And those places up there. And so they need a lot of assistance. And she's really went up there and helped them the other day.
Wow, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. And the forgotten area of the state.
Yes, that's sad. That's sad. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how much of that FEMA or that millions of dollars that came into the state from the federal government. We're going to see how far it goes in Gary.
Absolutely. All right, Sharon, and that's a good point. Absolutely something to watch and to see. All righty. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tina.
All right. Thank you. You too. You too. And again, I want to let everyone know that FEMA funds, they've been approved for, and if you have relatives or family members in Gary, they can go to the FEMA website. They can go to Broad Ripple Park. Well, not in Gary, but people in Gary can go to the FEMA website. But it's disasterassistance.gov, disasterassistance.gov.
Or call 800-621-3362.
Yeah. So please, if you have family members or relatives in Gary, let them know that the money is available. Get as much documentation as possible, and check with your insurance company first. To make sure that there's no duplication, because if there is an overlap, you will be denied. That is according to the directive that I just read from earlier. So, but we want folks in Gary to get, they have just as much, if not more, claim to the funding. Everybody has claim. It's not, everybody has a claim to the money.
That's true.
Everybody should. But Gary certainly should not be left out.
Not at all. Not at all. They
That's
were
the point.
very hard
Never,
hit.
ever
Very
be left
hard hit.
out. Yeah, very hard hit. Joe, go ahead. How are you?
Good afternoon, Tina. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Good.
Yeah, beautiful weather, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, about the pipe. I used to smoke a pipe.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Was it flavored we had was it my imagination, Joe, or back when I was a child they had cherry flavored tobacco? Was that true?
They had cherry.
Okay.
I hated it because, like Jeff said, it burns your tongue. And I bought a custom blend of tobacco from a shop up in Broad Ripple.
Okay, so I wasn't. I just remember a really strong cherry smell, and I didn't know if that was. But so that is what she smoked. She was.
But
nice.
the thing is, my father and all of his friends smoked pipes. All of them did, and I remember my mother used to go down to Sears, and Sears sold a type of tobacco that my father liked and smoked. It was called Holiday. It was in a green container, and she would buy one of those for Christmas or for his birthday or whatever else, and buy him a new pipe. And he had straight pipes and whatever else. But I remember I had one of those pipes that come in and go down like I was Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah. Remember the Sherlock Holmes?
Oh yeah.
Joe, can I ask you what was it? remember the visual in those westerns and these peace pipes that were like 3 or 4 feet long, straight,
real long pipes.
Real long.
Those peace pipes, they were smoking pot.
That's what I.
They were smoking pot.
Okay, no wonder they called them peace pipes. That's why I was just wondering.
Yeah, and those were real long too.
Yes,
they were
real long, and they hand it to them, and they puff on it. And, and then when I was in the service, of course, the pipes that we had were those water containers, and everybody could have their own pipe, and you light something up in the top, and everybody smoked off of it. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but that was back during the college days in California.
Okay, everybody had college days, so we, judgment-free zone here. Okay.
Yep.
But I like smoking that blend that they had up in Broad Ripple. It was 2 or 3 different types that I enjoyed smoking, but I grew up with my father smoking a pipe and his friends, and I remember I used to like the smell of some and hate the smell of others.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to smoke a pipe.
Okay, there you have it, Eric.
Now we know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, one other thing, real quick. The situation that happened to those kids jaywalking.
Yeah.
Back when I was a sophomore at Tech, I lived on Bell Fountain, and we used to walk over to Street and walk east to the railroad tracks and walk down the railroad tracks all the way to Massachusetts, and there was a stairway that went down to Massachusetts. Well, the other way we would go is go down Bell Fountain to 10th and Bell Fountain right in front of the Coke plant. And we were crossing the street one morning we didn't go to the light, and a policeman arrested all of us.
Arrested you?
Wow.
Arrested all of us, gave us a ticket, and we had to take our parents downtown to some type of thing. I was scared to death to tell my parents I got a ticket. They gave us a ticket for jaywalking.
Wow.
But you can guarantee yourself, they didn't go and do that in the white neighborhood. But that guy gave us that officer gave us a ticket for jaywalking. I'll never forget that. And we were all scared to take that home to our parents and say, hey, I got a ticket and we got to go down. You guys got to go downtown. And because, my parents didn't play that. My father felt if you did something to go to juvenile or something, he'd just tell them, well, keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were told that growing
Same
up.
thing I heard. Yeah, we all heard it. My father was very clear about
You
that.
go, you
one.
stay.
Yeah, stay there because I'm not nope,
And
not
so
coming to get you.
they called me No Show Joe because if you were out there doing something that you shouldn't have done, I disappeared.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to you?
But you know what? It sounds like these kids were totally innocent. I mean, and Kevin makes a wonderful. He makes a wonderful point about safe passage. Safe passage in a safe way, and they should be because that might be something that the city county council or the counselor who represents that district could probably get implemented. That's something that is tailor-made for a city county council member to get done to protect those kids.
I don't have a lot of faith in
that. I know, but you know what? You got to stay after. I know.
I've tried to send them another email, and none of them replied to any of the emails. None of them. And I hate to say that, but people can come on.
If it's the truth,
if
it's the truth, it's the truth.
Yeah. But they don't want to answer any emails because they don't want what's being said to be said.
I got
you. But I'll tell you what, they've lost my vote.
Well, and you know what? That's exactly what the vote is for.
Certainly is.
That's exactly
That's
what
it's for.
And so, Joe, utilize it to your, utilize it the way you feel fit, and based on your experience, it sounds like no.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I'm just
And
saying.
Go down there and get you. Go down there and get you one of those toy kits that they used to sell back in the days. Tina, did you know that they used to sell toy smoking kits with a toy cigarette and a pipe and tobacco and all of that stuff? Not real tobacco, but it was a toy that you could buy and had all that stuff in there.
I remember we used to buy the candy cigarettes, the little white ones.
I remember those. Yeah,
and they were okay. I mean, we would buy those and chew them up and eat them. But I don't remember the toy kits though. That's
same
new.
here.
I'll tell you what. I've got a picture of it, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, please do. I don't. That's not familiar.
I mean, you and Eric can go down there and buy y'all one.
Okay. You know what? I was surprised to find out, though, that they are still selling those boxes of candy cigarettes.
They are?
Yes.
Really? I thought that was gone.
They don't have a name on it. Back then, they had it made like Chesterfield.
Exactly.
But I don't think. In fact, do you remember the bubblegum cigars?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember
well, you know
those.
what? Yeah, because they
green and pink bubblegum cigars.
Well, now they're blue and pink because people buy them.
They still exist?
Yeah, they still exist because with the birth of a child, because smoking.
Yeah, that's right.
Smoking is so dangerous for your health. Instead of giving out cigars, the new thing to do is to give out chewing gum, cigar flavored chewing gum. Yeah.
I remember those because at Halloween we would make up our as a hobo, and then we'd go buy one of those, and then we'd be going in like we're smoking a cigar.
Yeah, cigar. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. It's a boy, it's a girl. The pink ones obviously are it's a girl, and you can buy them online by the dozen, and it's bubble gum. And it's, kind of a,
cigar.
Takes the place of handing out a cigar after the birth of a child. Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'll let you go, and I'm waiting on Danny. So
Okay,
talk to you
Danny,
later.
he might be calling in now. Eric's going to throw us to the break.
I hear
and
some music.
Okay, you hear the music.
I'll
All
be-
right,
I'll be
thank
later.
you, Joe.
Have a
Okay,
good one.
bye-bye. And we'll take a quick break right here and be back. Danny Bridges is up next.
Hey family, Willie Mo Jr. here.
And your boy D Stone.
Now sometimes you need to hear what God has done for somebody else.
Just to remind yourself of what he's capable of doing for you.
And that's what makes Thank God Thursday special.
Real people call us with real reasons they're grateful.
Come on, breakthrough.
Answered prayers.
Thursday, tell us what you're thanking God for.
On Oh God, I Thank You. Thursday.
Right here on the Willie Mo Jr. Show. Flat out. On Praise, AM 1310, 95.1 FM. Flat out.
This is Reality Radio.
The reality is tragedy never announces that it is coming. Tragedy thrives on that one bad decision, one unnecessary risk, one moment of believing that it couldn't possibly happen to me. There was a time in our past when our main concentration was on survival. Our elders were considered strict when they would not allow us to go to anyone's house before everyone in that house was checked out. They firmly believed that the company we keep in our youth will determine the outcome of our future, and they were bound and determined that every generation would do better than the one before. Oftentimes, when a young person's future is interrupted by tragedy, it serves as a wake-up call to remind us to accept the reality that we are uniquely different from other cultures. Understanding that difference obligates us to make certain that our young survive so that they too can experience a future.
This is Reality Radio with Kathy Hughes. What's your reality? What's your reality? What's your reality?
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
If you owe money to the IRS, did you know they have the power to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or even put a lien on your home or business? Scary stuff. But here's some good news. Optima Tax Relief can help end this nightmare. Optima specializes in real solutions and real relief by dealing with the IRS on your behalf. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. Optima is the #1 tax resolution firm in the country, and they've helped resolve over $3 billion in tax debt for people just like you. Their team of tax experts will fight to get you the best possible outcome. Don't wait any longer. Get the peace of mind you deserve. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-569-4435. 800-569-4435. 800-569-4435.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Let's get back to the conversation. It's Community Connection with Tina Cosby on Praise AM 1310, 95.1 FM.
And we're back with Community Connection, and let's just get straight to it. Danny Bridges with the Indianapolis Recorder.
Let's get there. Let me get Danny's music
Danny's
in gear
music,
here.
yeah. We're just going to go straight to Danny.
Boom.
How about that? Boom, boom, boom.
There it is.
There he is. Danny hasn't danced for us for a while. I bet he's dancing now. Hey. Who's that behind that tenderloin?
Haven't danced in quite a bit, but I will say this is obviously the highlight of your show today.
Okay. I'll let you have, okay. Highlight of the show today. Hey, Danny, speaking of highlights, we are giving away 2 free tickets to the Universal Circus, and we would like to give the honor to you to pick the number for the winner. Between 1 and 10. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
How about you just give them to a real pretty single girl and I'll go with her? Can we do that? Or?
We can't do that. That would be fraud and against the rules.
I'm just kidding. No one wants to go anywhere with me. I'd say your 4th caller is your best bet.
Your
Number
fourth
4.
caller?
Number
Yeah, okay.
4?
Danny says
Okay.
number 4. So if you were calling number 4 to the number 317-480-1310, Danny Bridges with the Indianapolis Recorder is going to see to it that you get 2 free tickets to the upcoming Universe Soul Circus taking place September 17th through the 27th at the Lafayette Square Mall on the city's northwest side. Good luck if you are caller number 4. So Danny, aren't you kind? I mean, you give us all kinds of intel on the best places to eat, the best food, best smash burgers, and now you're going to be able to give away tickets to one of the most entertaining circuses to come along in quite a while. So thank you, Danny.
No problem. That's what I'm here for, is to make sure your listeners get all the free stuff.
We feel like that's part of our mission as well. So, hey, we're of one mind. So indeed,
Well, hats off to everybody under your roof that took part yesterday in the what was it, Heartland for the for
Help in the
Hoosiers?
Heartland. Help in the Heartland.
Yeah, at Kroger. Hopefully, a lot of money was raised, a lot of awareness, even so. But that's outstanding for everybody on both sides of the dial, the AM, the FM, what have you. That's a good thing. And
hey, speaking of which. And thank you very much. It's very kind. I heard you on one of our other sister stations the other day on the Fan. I believe you were on with JMV, one of my favorite guys. I love JMV. He's cool. You were talking about a former colleague, observing an anniversary. Yeah.
It was
Robin Miller.
5 years ago, Tuesday, that he checked out and left us. And I do believe 2 things. Number one, he really liked JMV and he enjoyed talking on his various programs. And number 2, the world is a lot less interesting without Robin Lee Miller for a lot of different reasons. But I can't say or talk about some of the things he and I did because the FCC would take you off the air once they heard it. But I can assure you, we always had fun. We always ate well. I'll just simply say this. He was a kind, generous man with a heart the size of a compact car and wanted nobody to know about it. But he really did a lot for people who were down on their luck after their racing careers were over. And that was his wheelhouse, was racing, obviously. But I'm glad you mentioned that. I miss him. I think about him often. Very rarely can I look around the house and not see something that reminds me of him, a picture or an old racing program or you name it. But he was, without question, the most unique individual that I ever met.
Yeah,
And
he was.
certainly,
And
I hope he's looking down laughing at us talking about him.
And I can second that because Robin worked at Wish TV for a little while in sports. And one of the most delightful, entertaining, fun guy. When Robin came in, you knew it was going to be fun. It came in the room, the fun started. It's just, and he was always smart, good about what he did, loved what he did, loved racing, and just a great guy. And so you and JMV had a nice remembrance of him the other day, and I was just wanted to let you know that I appreciated that, and that was really good. So,
I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. So, my understanding, we got a little bit of breaking news from the Colts headquarters that something people have been wondering about for a while, that Alec Pierce is now up and ready to go. Is that correct?
Well, he's often physically unable to perform list. I wouldn't say that means he's ready to go full strength. In fact, I don't believe there'll be any need to see him tomorrow in a meaningless preseason game. He's obviously got a roster spot secured, and they need to get that guy healthy for opening week. So, yeah, I guess that's a move in the right direction. I hope that it's everything that it's said to be in terms of, hey, getting better, being able to get onto the field. He's behind. There's no question. I don't know what kind of shape he's in from a cardio perspective, but he hasn't been hit, after catching a football for a long time. That'll take some time. If he's on the field opening week for them, that's a plus. I wouldn't hold my breath. And if the Colts are smart, they'll make sure 100% that he is ready before they put him out there and let someone else hit him who's not a teammate in training camp. So big difference when you start playing football against people who want to knock your block off. That's the way it works. And I have the same concerns about Daniel Jones. I still do. They talk about, hey, he's moving well, he's doing this, he's doing that. Hadn't played anybody yet. Hadn't had anybody wanting to put him on the ground.
No, that's true.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
I know what you're saying.
I don't want him to get injured. I really don't, because if he does, that's a big blow. But
yeah.
It's the kind of thing when these guys are out for extended periods of time, it takes time to get back. They need Tyler Warren. He may have to play with a strained groin. I don't know what his status is as far as opening day is concerned. He's got some time to heal up. I don't expect to see him on Saturday. I wouldn't think that there would be any opportunity to see Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones. I think you got to throw Buckner in there too, DeForest Buckner, and just take it easy with those guys and hope that you can milk something out of them in games that mean something.
In a word, how would you describe the Colts' injury situation?
Very concerning. That's 2 words.
Okay.
But
that's good. That's good.
If I was a season ticket holder, I'd have some concerns. If I was in the ownership group, I'd have some concerns. Now, look, we'll find out more again when they line up against somebody for real. But there's just been a number of people who've had a number of ailments, and I just fingers crossed, hope for the best type thing. But we'll talk next week about a prediction on their season record. I'll wait another week and see if the injury list shrinks any at all. But this is a tough time to be an Indianapolis Colt because the expectations are high. There are some substantial injuries that still have to work their way out. And oh, by the way, no one cares. Got to play when you're hurt. So there's that mentality in the NFL.
Yeah. So, interesting. We'll see, and we will indeed wait. So there's not a whole lot you're going to be looking for tomorrow, I take it.
No, I think it's an exercise in futility. I think they know who they're going to cut on Saturday night or early Sunday morning, whatever. I think that has to be to the league office by 3 p.m. Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, but it has to transpire this over the weekend. I think they know who they want to go to battle with and who's going to be on the practice squad. I think the kicking thing, it will be interesting. You got 2 guys who are pretty good kickers. One got injured last year, and the guy that replaced him once he got injured. They both kicked above average in terms of training camp.
I heard about that, the battle of the kicker.
So I'll make this statement. Whoever gets cut will be picked up by another team and be working fairly soon.
So nobody will be out of a job. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think whoever loses that roster spot will land with someone and will probably be kicking on opening day for that team, whoever that is.
Indeed. Well, Danny, very quick, let's go to our winner. You said caller number 4, did you not?
I did.
Okay, Eric, where are we?
Angel, are you there?
I am.
Angel, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Danny, you picked a winner.
You picked a winner, number 4.
Picked a winner, number 4.
Obviously, with a name
Danny,
like Angel, got to be a winner.
You want to go with me?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Danny, now you asked for that, didn't you?
Let me respond to the young lady. Angel, your stock would drop big time if you were seen in public with me. So I want you to go and have a really good time. And,
I will.
Make sure.
I invited I mentioned it to my great granddaughter anyway. I said it hasn't been here in the city for a long time.
Yeah.
She never will experience it until she experiences it. So.
Well, that's fantastic. Have a good time. And like I said, if you get caught out in public with me, your street cred would drop tremendously.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Angel, congratulations. Thank you for listening. We love giving away tickets.
I listen to you every day.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Praise AM 1310 and 95.1 FM. Giving away the tickets. We got some more tomorrow, don't we?
Yeah, we have more tomorrow. I think we do. I think there's more tomorrow.
It's interesting. If I'm not mistaken, that event that you gave tickets to is going to be conducted at Lafayette Square.
That's it. Yes, that's exactly right.
And I'm glad to see that There's some activity and some venue usage out there. I can remember a time when that was a very vibrant mall, and it was a destination for people who lived in other parts of town. Things change over time, I understand, but a lot of good people live in that area of the city, a lot of West Siders, and I just hope that maybe that's a spark for that area. Maybe there'll be someone else come in and conduct an event, and that would be fantastic.
There are events there on the regular now, and I think that that's in part due to the International Marketplace Coalition, which has pumped immense life, all kinds of new life into that area. I mean, it has become an international focal point.
International restaurants and everything.
Yes, everything. So it's just kind of an international feel to it. There are things that go on every day. They host things. There's the Welcome Center that is the site of the old Value City Furniture Store.
Yes.
It's just exciting to see that area come back to life with such a unique flavor that's kind of different. So it's really great to see, and I can't think of a better place to have it, because they have worked so very hard to make that area a mecca. And I tell you, the restaurants that are out there, Danny, oh my goodness. You could literally eat your way around the world out there.
Danny, you can.
You
really
literally
can.
can eat your way.
I may have to check that out,
Yeah.
but my point is I'm old enough to remember when that was an extremely vibrant part of the fabric of the city.
As were a
And
lot of the
people-
malls that are now shutting down, as were a lot of them. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
it's true. So,
good,
good for them.
good for
Yeah.
Lafayette Square people.
What is this? You're saying IndyCar Milwaukee? What's going on up there? What is that?
Well, it's a doubleheader race. There's the race Saturday, which you can watch on Fox 59 at 2:30 Eastern Time, and then they'll run them again on Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. The Milwaukee Mile, and it's interesting, we were just talking about the late Robin Miller. We had a few escapades in the Milwaukee zip code, but the point is that is a historic track, and I'm going to be there for both races, and I'm looking forward to it. But the thing I think about Milwaukee.
Oh, you're
is
going. When do you leave today? You leaving today?
Yeah. I can't tell you when I'm leaving. You might try to intercept. No, seriously. I mean, I'm on the grounds literally. But the point is, the history of that track is so rich. If you go through the Hall of Fame listing of IndyCar drivers, anybody who's anyone has won an event there. And keep in mind, it used to be the first stop after the Indianapolis 500. It was tradition, and a lot of times, the momentum of the winter. The media, what have you.
Yeah.
Milwaukee was a much bigger thing than it is now, but it has experienced a revitalization. It's at the State Fairgrounds. It's a 1 mile. It's a relatively flat track. I got to give Roger Penske Entertainment some credit. They have been instrumental in revitalizing that, along with the people there at the State Fairgrounds who said, hey, we want a race. What do we have to do to get a race back?
Okay.
Enhancements to the track have been made. And they have a really good marketing arm there. I expect a good crowd on both days.
Okay, well, have a good time. Enjoy yourself. I know you got all the best places to eat, including probably a good place to get cheese, Wisconsin cheese.
I tell you, there's a little independent. They call it a steakhouse. It's more of an all-around restaurant. That again, another Robin Miller story for you. We used to go there, and I'll probably check that out Saturday night, and then lay down and go into a food coma, and then get up on Sunday and do it all over again. But it's not a bad drive to Milwaukee for those who like IndyCar racing. Come on up there, and we'll hit the concession stands or the food truck.
About how many? About 7 hours, 8 hours?
No,
not
you
that
can
long.
make it in about 5
5.
hours.
Okay,
about 5.
5. Okay.
Other side of Chicago, northwest of Chicago.
Yeah, I'd like to go around the suburban bypass for Chicago.
Yeah.
And try to miss that downtown action and the construction. But the point is, if you can't make it, your friends at Fox 59 will have it on 2:30 Eastern Time on Saturday, and then 1 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday. So there's that. Okay.
All righty. Well, hey, safe travels there and back, and I'm sure you'll bring us up to date on everything next time we talk.
Cannot wait to talk about IndyCar and Colts, not necessarily in that order for all you Colts fans, but let's face it, IndyCar's got some momentum coming off of a rather grand experience in Washington, D.C. I think there's going to be 2 good races in Milwaukee this weekend. I'm also thinking Alex Palou will probably wrap up the points title, which makes the last stop on the schedule kind of a moot point. Hopefully for IndyCar, I'm wrong.
All righty. Thank you, Danny.
Take care.
We'll talk to you soon. And we're going to have to hold him to that prediction, I guess. Yeah.
I hope so. I hope that, Milwaukee, I've got some family there. And,
I just love the cheese. The
I do
Wisconsin.
too.
And it's the cheese curds that really taste so good to me. I don't know why.
Curds. They've tried to convince me, hey, Eric, you ought to consider moving to Milwaukee. It's too cold.
That's for Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, in the wintertime, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
Because it never gets really too hot. I guess it does get hot there.
And they have some heat.
Yeah, they do. They have some. But I wanted to remind everyone a couple of things before we leave. Tonight at Andrew J. on Dr. Andrew J. Brown, the Frederick Douglass Family Center right there on Dr. Andrew J. Brown, there will be 3 motor coach buses leaving, according to our caller. Lisa, wasn't it?
It was Lisa.
Yeah, according to Lisa. They're going to be leaving tonight at 9. You need to be there at 8 for the 63rd anniversary of the March on Washington. National Action Network is sponsoring it, led by Reverend Al Sharpton. And, of course, the civil rights leader, Martin Luther King III. It is going to be huge. It is going to be tomorrow. A free ride there. If you want to go, you can go. Just be there at 8 o'clock. Get your seat. 3 buses are leaving from the Frederick Douglass Family Center over there on Dr. Andrew J. Brown.
25th.
25th and Andrew J. Brown. Okay, 25th and Andrew J. Brown. They're leaving at 9. Be there at 8. It's free up there, free back. They're just going to drive there. Go to the march, turn around, drive back.
Don't forget your medications.
In your water.
In
your bag of chicken, snacks, and everything.
Get your chicken.
Yeah, so go out and support, support Reverend Sharpton and all of our civil rights activists and leaders. They're going to be talking about saving democracy and the vote. Those will be the 2 themes of that tomorrow. Also, if you have relatives and family members in Gary, Indiana, Lake County, especially in that area, there is federal assistance now available. These are grants, from what I understand, which do not have to be paid back. You can apply for relief right away now at disasterassistance.gov. You can go to the FEMA app, or you can call 800-621-3362, 800-621-3362. Our neighbors in Gary, and of course our neighbors here that are part of our campaign, Help in the Heartland.
Yes.
Same thing. Apply for relief at disasterassistance.gov. You can apply on the FEMA app or by calling 800-621-3362. That's all the time we have for right now. As always, thank you for listening. Our website is praiseindy.com. Willie Moore Jr. is up next. We will be back tomorrow with a whole lot more. Until then, everyone, please continue to be safe, be well, and stay informed. For Eric and for me, this is Community Connection.
Maturity is when you walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind and your self-respect and your self-worth. I just want you to know that I'm proud of you for growing. So go harder, be greater. I can't wait for you to tune in with me tonight on The Nightly Spirit.